Hello viewers, welcome to my channel. In this video I want to show everyone on how to use the ArcGIS Pro to convert 2D maps into 3D. So first off, when you open your ArcGIS Pro software, you click on map to create a new project. You need to define the folder where you want your project to be saved, so I'm just going to call this 3D map. Then after that, click on OK. So if your system is connected to an active internet, it is going to automatically by default load the base map within the ArcGIS Pro environment the way you are seeing on the screen. Right, so after that, okay, I need to activate my content, that is my layer for the content. So I've actually been working with it before, so yours may not disappear the way you saw mine. Right, so the next thing to do after you open your work environment is to add your data. So I'm going to be using a digital elevation model data. So under your map, you scroll to the add data icon, click on the drop down, then you click on data. Therefore you navigate to where you have your DEM data. So I'll first select the primary data, then I will select the contour generated from the DEM. Alright, so I just want it to come out more beautiful, aesthetically beautiful. So I'm adding both contour and DEM. However, if you have only the DEM, you can just add only the DEM. The DEM is the primary and major data. Alright, so if you have other subsidiary data like the boundary and the contours, you can add to overlay on the DEM. So I just want to add the three of them, then click on OK to add your data. Then click on yes. Okay, so I don't want my work flow to be slowing down, so I'm just going to uncheck these base maps for fast workflow. So I'm going to make this boundary, I'll double click on it to make it hollow, right, so that the elevation model can be visible. And also I'm going to change the color to the outline color to red. Click on apply. Okay, so this is the elevation model here, this is my boundary and this is the contour. So I can change the color of the contour also to black to make it more visible. Okay, still under properties, go to contour, then click on to make it black. All right, so the next thing now is to add the base maps that you want to overlay on your 3D model. All right, so I would like to add the OpenStreetMap and also the world imagery by coming to map, scroll down to this icon here which is base map, click on the drop down, make sure your system is connected to an active internet, then you scroll. So I will add this imagery, one of the base map there. So it's updating the base map. All right, perfect. Then also I am going to add the OpenStreetMap, okay, OSM here. All right, so after you add the two base map or any base maps of interest, then the next thing is to add the elevation source. So you click on the drop down of your add data, then you scroll down to elevation source layer. All right, so you need to add an elevation source layer to the ground. All right, so you click on this, then you go to the folder of your data. So the same DEM, all right, the same DEM should be the elevation source layer. All right, so you select your DEM, then you click OK, then you click yes. So it's going to appear as the elevation surfaces. All right, then the next thing is to click on view tab. Then you scroll to convert, click on the drop down, then you click on to local scene. So either you use the global scene or the local scene, but I recommend the local scene, so you click on local scene. So it's converting it to 3D already. Okay, so I'm just going to drag this here. It's going to bring out this wheel symbol or icon here. So you click on this show full control wheel so that you can easily use it to view from different perspectives. Okay, so after you make it full view, then you can now change it to a 3D model. So you can just keep on changing the wheel to give that 3D view, and it's okay this way. So I just change the perspective of the surface by just playing with this wheel here. Okay, so you can actually go right to get another perspective of the surface, or you go left, okay, depending from where you are much more convenient with. Okay, so I'm just going to change the color wheel of the elevation model to be different from the contour surface just by double clicking on this. Then I can drag this here and change the color scheme to rainbow. Okay, it's a bit different. All right, so I can close this and drag this here. So I made the color scheme to be different from the contour lines so that you can differentiate which data is which. Therefore, the next thing is to exaggerate the vertical elevations, because the vertical exaggeration is kind of low, so it's still not going to bring out the 3D view of your surface. So to work on the vertical exaggeration, you click on the ground, okay, under your elevation surface, click on ground, that is select on ground. You will see this activated at the top of your tab. So you click on elevation surface layer. So when you click on that, you see vertical exaggeration, so you can just play with this depending on what you want. Therefore, I'll just make this 20, then you click on enter. So automatically it is going to exaggerate the surface into a 3D model, so you can see it is coming up the way it should be. So that's just it. So when it is done, depending on what you want, you can still reduce it or increase it the more. Okay, so you can actually play with the wheel to get it from different perspective, maybe from the left or to the right. So I'm okay with this view, because I just want to get the idea of the waterways and the built up areas that are close to the waterways for flood analysis. So that's just the aim of converting it to 3D model. Okay, so we have the base map. So if you want to overlay the base map on the 3D surface, okay, to see areas that are built up and areas that are not built up, so you can just drag the OpenStreetMap. Okay, if you have the word imagery here, you can drag either of the two, drag it, and you make it to be before the DEM. So you see, before the DEM, so the OpenStreetMap is going to overlay on the elevation model, the 3D elevation model, so that you can have a better idea, understanding about the terrain, so you can see the waterways. And if you still zoom closely, you are going to see the built up areas. Okay, so you can see there are built up areas here. Okay, so this area are actually very good, they are on a very good terrain, so you can just check other areas here. So basically there are less built up areas here, just green spaces. All right, so guys, that's how to convert 2D map into 3D using ArcGIS Pro for terrain analysis. If you find this video helpful and informative, do well to hit on the subscribe icon, as well as turn on your notification on this channel to keep getting valuable tutorial freely. Thank you. See you in the next video.